Good evening, good evening. I hope everybody's doing great. So let's celebrate. Why don't we? It's not Friday, but doesn't mean we can't celebrate. So let's bring up the celebration. This lighting though is like all up in my face, making me all shiny in different ways. But that's all right. So let's see. Hopefully we have many of our friends to come up and share this time and space with me, with us. So how was your day? Hey, Floyd, how are you? Welcome. As always, I'd like to invite everyone to share. Please take a minute to share, if you will. And also, if you're not following me, you can tap on the three buttons up at the top up here, and you can hit the follow button and the notification button so that you can be notified whenever I am on live. I also have an alert, which is, one of those reminder alerts. If you text Naja Live, all one word, to 81010, I will give you a notification when I'm on. And while I'm thinking about it, let me go ahead and drop my link in the comments. I just had Floor sign on with us and watching with us, so I appreciate you coming on. They're my friend. So great to see you, too great to have you. Okay, hold on a second. There we go. So now I'm pinning my link there to the comments, as well as is in this now new feature that Facebook has given us for the business pages. So let's celebrate. And what are we celebrating? Well, we got to celebrate everything that we possibly can celebrate in these days and times. And just life is short. And when we have little nuggets, we need to go ahead and celebrate them. So before we go on, let me go ahead and spray my face. I have been motivated, and it's not motivated, but inspired. I am motivated. I've been inspired to do looks with a particular color palette that I've already had. And I thought it was just so beautiful that the way it was done, that I wanted to mirror that. So you know that as teachers, we beg, borrow, and steal from each other, and you just share and spread the wealth, right? Because no one has all the answers, but you can definitely share and collaborate with what you do have available through other sources. So we are resources ourselves as teachers. Other people are resources for us. I mean, the internet, all these things. But tonight, we're talking about celebrating. Even though it's not Friday, we can celebrate good things in our lives. So what do you have currently that you want to celebrate? What is the one thing that you can celebrate, that you are thankful for? Hello, Miss Perfecto. How are you, Dr. Perfecto? Welcome. Great to see you. I've just sprayed my face with my first base spray, and I'm going to now begin my eyebrow. I get caught up talking and I forget what exactly I was doing. But, I'm celebrating. What am I celebrating? I'm celebrating, and many of you might have seen the post that I did on my stories, and it's still there. It'll be there. I posted it last night, so I think it still has a few more hours. So if you want to catch it later after this live, don't leave now. Wait till after the live. And so what it is like, how many of you are in a relationship and your significant other is a romantic person? If that's you, please raise your hand, drop an emoji in the comments, drop a heart, whatever. For us hopeless romantics, drop a heart in the comments. And one more thing, if you are new to me, this is your first time watching me, please drop a 1 in the comments or type new. And I would also like to know where you're watching from, because it would be amazing to know where everybody's connecting from, as well as if you are a return watcher, you've seen me before, you came back to watch me, then please drop a 2 in the comments. I greatly appreciate that. Or you can say, I'm back. Right? I love that too. So that will be fantastic, phenomenal. Fantastic, phenomenal. Hey, Kristen, how are you? Welcome. So glad to see you. I had you, Dr. Perfecto, and Flora on here. Hopefully you all will stay and share this space and time with me this evening. And so celebrating the fact that, last night, like I was saying about the stories post that I made, and it's going to be still posted there for a few hours. I think probably close to midnight is when I probably posted those pictures. But so we still have to midnight tonight because it's a 24-hour thing, right? But what I'm celebrating is the fact that, my husband is not a romantic person. He doesn't have that bone at all in his body. So for him to go to the extent of what he did, it's worth celebrating for sure. Because I'm going to tell you, I'm going to just be totally upfront and honest. I've been waiting for that for a long time. He had once before done a candlelight dinner, but he was doing it as a suggestion that somebody else gave him, which was fine. But not understanding what I wanted, he went doing it, his way, which is fine. and when somebody goes to the effort of putting on something like that for you, you're not going to complain, right? But he was trying to do candlelight dinner, and the candles was one candle. Bless his heart. It was one candle, and we only had one candle with 3 wicks. Although there were one candle with 3 wicks, that's not enough lighting. So almost we're sitting in the dark, right? So that was comical, but I didn't make fun of him or anything like that, because the man was trying. But then he also wanted me to come home at a certain time to make the dinner with him. He didn't tell me that part. He just asked me to be home like 1:45. So I was. And the neighbor stopped me outside, and I was still in the house by the time that he wanted me to be in. But then he wanted me to start helping him with the food, which, there's nothing wrong with that. That would have been, hey, Rich, it's funny you should be on here. Definitely, he wanted me to prepare the meal with him. And so that was the farthest thing from my mind, that I would come expecting to be making and preparing the meal with him. Some of those things you have to prepare the person's mind, especially when I'm just coming from work. The last thing I want to do if I'm coming to be with you, you're treating me to a candlelit dinner that I'm going to be expected to cook. You know what I'm saying? So no, that was not what I was expecting. But needless to say, fast forward to now. And yesterday, he enlisted the help of our daughter, our oldest daughter, to help, because she's definitely always painting, and she's a painter. So he enlisted her help to help him set up and everything. And this is something that was way out of his comfort zone. So hope is not lost, because if ladies, are you waiting for your man or your significant other to, husband, whatever, boyfriend, to do something like that for you? Hope is not lost. It's just they just need to have a little motivation, inspiration. And I'm just very thankful that he wanted to do that for me. And so he told me, we'll have something, be ready at 6. I'm like, okay. So I'm here asking questions, and he said I'm making all kind of comments and stuff, and that's kind of like, I guess, leaning towards what he was doing. And I had no idea. Either way, I had no idea what he was planning. But I'm going to just say that it just really, really touched my heart. It really, really made me feel extra special. And he also knows that I have been wanting to leave and do something outside of our home, maybe go out and do something as a family. And because of COVID, we really haven't. And then he's I'm not going to say a high risk, but he does have things, conditions that could be high risk, like asthma. And I wouldn't want to put him at risk, but I'm thinking we can do things to make sure that we are doing the best we can to stay safe, right? And not, hopefully not contract this COVID. And so, but anyway, so out of respect for the family, of course, I've kind of put that out of my mind, because there, we all, maybe not so much my daughters, but my husband and I definitely been, try to be more cautious about how often we're out and things like that, just to make sure that we are following the safety precautions, safety rules, and following the protocols that are in place before us, because we have to be responsible too. But he did that for me yesterday or last night, and I was totally floored. As I said, it's cause for celebration. Celebrate good times come on. That Earth, Wind, and Fire song. So I'm like, wow. Really, really, really touched by that. And he says that what he said to me was, it's hard to do that when he doesn't want to do it with me having said something about it, and then he does it, and he's doing it because I said something. And I told him, you know what? That's what I want, because I feel like you listened to me. Like you heard me when I said those things. And the fact that you went through the effort of doing it is what touches my heart more, because you actually did go the extra mile, go the steps to prepare something. And like I always tell him, I will tell him and tell him again, he's on here if he's still watching. And then I have, other friends that, if you have a significant other or you're dating someone and you're not, like serious, whatever. But if you're going to do something for someone, let me back up. That's not what I was trying to say. What I'm trying to say is, us as a people, we can search the internet for all kinds of stuff all day long, all the time, for whatever we want. So then why is it a problem? Why is it a problem to go to the internet and search information about how to romance your wife, how to romance your girlfriend, how to, set up a candlelight dinner, how to whatever, it's tons of information out there. So to me, it was like, there's no excuse. It's a no-brainer. Internet is free. So I'm like, that's why I say, you know what, when when he actually did do that and he put it together, and like I said, I didn't even know he was thinking about doing anything. And then when it come to find out what they actually did, it just was very special, very touching. And so I make sure he knew that I appreciated it, by letting him know that, because every effort, any effort is definitely worth praising. And he did that. He did that. Hey, Patsy, welcome. How are you? Good to see you, Mama. And so I appreciate it. I appreciated it very much. And so I am the one that's usually the hopeless romantic. I'm the one that's setting up the candlelight dinner. I'm the one that's doing the carpet picnics and things like that. I'm the one that's usually doing all of those things. So it's nice for a change that the roles are switched or reversed. Not reversed, I guess switched. And, okay, something's going on with this eyebrow. And then he took the liberty and did it, So that's what means a lot. Hola, 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 ¿cómo están? So yes, absolutely. So I put on here shimmer versus matte, because many times we wear colors that are matte a lot of times. And then some people do actually like a lot of shimmer. Now, shimmer colors are something that I had to get used to using, because first of all, like I said, I never really did makeup. So I had to learn, even to learn that shimmer color should not go over the crease of the eye. I learned that from my daughter. I learned that from my youngest daughter, which wasn't even wearing makeup anyway, at least not publicly, because I didn't allow our daughters to wear makeup until they were 16 years old. 16 years old was pretty much the magic number for a lot of their freedom, where they could get a lot more freedom to do different things, more things, because I just felt they needed to remain girls or kids for as long as I could, and as a teenager. Yeah, I know. Well, I started to wear makeup when I was 12 because my mother didn't stop me. Hola tía, ¿cómo está? Mira quién está aquí. Look, my aunt is here. She didn't stop me, so I wore it, and she never, I never asked for permission. I just started wearing the makeup. So that's the difference between my generation and the generation of today. So you can see the difference. But it just amazes me where I've come, how far I've come with the makeup application. I didn't have a clue, not a lick of knowledge about what to apply first, how to apply it, where to put it, why to put it there. I had no knowledge of any of that. So I gradually learned by watching the other ladies that are on my team or my company as well. And especially my top leader in my line. Hey, Kimberly, how are you? Welcome, girl. And so I have tried to fix this one because I kind of think I wiped some of it off over there in the corner. And so, like I said, I learned a lot from watching them, and it was really, really good to learn those things. And then I started using them or doing them myself right before I was going to work and stuff. I would practice. I would literally do my makeup, and I already had picked out, a certain color or a certain thing that I was going to do. And if I didn't like it, I would remove it. But I wasn't doing a whole lot because I didn't have a whole lot of time. So that was another thing about the makeup application. It couldn't take a lot. I had to be able to do it in the record time, because I'm always like running against the clock. So I wanted to make sure that whatever I was doing, and that's another reason why I was testing it out, because I wanted to see, well, can I do this? Hey, Kimberly, I'm glad you're doing good, girl. Glad. I hope you had a good dinner tonight. I know you went and got your Sprite yesterday or the day before to beat the storm. So hopefully you have been able to stay home and just kind of chill. So how are the rest of us doing tonight? How are you doing, Kimberly, Miss Perfecto, and Miss Kristen, and whoever else is on? If you're on and I don't say your name because I can't see who you are. You haven't revealed yourself to me per the Facebook. So please say hello so I can say hi back to you. But yeah, that was something. So that's how I learned how to apply my makeup. And like I said, I'm constantly learning. I still want to really master, what was that? Eye boogies. I really still want to master how to do a cut crease to where I'm comfortable that every time I do it, it's going to be done right. So I try because, no harm in trying to perfect the craft or do something that, you want to see, get better at. So the only way to do that is to do it, right? So like when you ride a bike, the more you ride the bike, the better you get, right? Roller skate, ice skates, whatever it is, the more you do it, the better you get. Running, oh, I can't stand running. It's not one of my favorite activities, but I do it. You know, I sprint. I'm a sprinter. I'm not a distance runner. Oh my gosh, do not ask me to to run anywhere long distance because you and I would not be friends anymore. Just kidding. But yeah, I do not like the idea of running long distance. I just get bored. I need to have something else going on. So even if I were to run, like, you know how they do the what they call it? The not the marathon, the what do you call it? The decathlons, whatever, where they're doing different activities. Now I'm not going to say I'm going to do the decathlon either, but what I'm saying is they have different activities that they can do in the course of their trip or the run, and that's what I would prefer. You know, like when we go on, like what do we call those again? Oh my gosh, words come to me. Anyway, a circuit training where you can do one thing and then change it to something else. I like variety. Yeah, I just like variety. I love to have variety. If I don't have variety, I easily get bored. And running is one of those things that there's not a whole lot of variety unless I create it myself. And I can't create variety because I will either like run long the lengths and kind of jog the curves if I'm on a track, or maybe from a certain car to a certain car, certain distance to a certain distance. You can pretty much gauge that yourself. And or walk it, and so either that, and then maybe I can stop and do some push-ups, stop and do some whatever leg exercises, stop and do something else that's going to break up the monotony of just running. And so, but recently when I've been running, I've just been running because I've been trying to get myself back into that marathon. No, it wasn't a marathon, but it was, the military. It was weird because I can't remember what it is. The military, we have. A course, oh my gosh, like a challenge course. I can't remember the word. Oh my goodness. I'm so bad. So bad. Oh my gosh. It's like a challenge course. What's it called? Oh my gosh. You're close though. You're in that neighborhood, but it's not just a marathon, because the marathon you're running. No, not that, but the other one that you're running toward different obstacle course. That's what it's called. I figured as soon as I said the word, it would come, right? So finally I got the word out. So yeah, you're running, and then you're doing different activities. So if it's an obstacle course, it makes it more fun, more exciting. You're still, you're working on your core strength and your different kind of upper body, lower body strength, and it's just fun. So if you're just coming on now, you're just catching this part of the live, I did share about what the excitement was and why I would say I'm going to celebrate even though it's not Friday, because it's cause for celebration when I was talking about my husband and what he did for me yesterday. If you haven't seen what he did for me yesterday, I posted in my stories after the live, you can go check it out and you'll see what it was about. And so that's what I was celebrating him honoring me in the way that he did, and the reason why I said that. And if you want to hear more about what I shared about that, feel free to hit the replay button after this live is done, because you won't be able to watch it until the live is complete anyway. So wait for that, and then you can watch it again and hear what I had to say about it. But it's so amazing when they can do things for you, regardless whether you asked for it or whether they did it on their own accord. Excuse me. It's a blessing. And so we have to celebrate all those little nuggets. Absolutely. So I'm going to, I think, use a color, because we're also talking about shimmer versus matte. And I was talking about, I right now put a matte color on the back of on the lid. And it's the back color, meaning that everything else is going to get layered on top of this color. And that I use Own, which is practically a light brown color, kind of the color of my skin. And that's Own. I only have this color in this packet because I took all of them out and put them in my 18 well palette. But, and now I have the shimmer. So the only matte color that I'm using is that one for now. And then I'm going to layer these other ones on top. So I'm trying to decide what do I want to go with, because yesterday I did Mirage and I did Yas Queen, these two. And today I am actually thinking about Luxor, because Luxor is kind of close to the black that I'm wearing today. And then I'm thinking maybe try out the Dynasty. Why not use the Luxor and the Dynasty and then see what that comes out to be. I wanted to create colors or looks with this palette. I have a friend that did the same thing, and I thought, oh, how genius, how amazing, it's beautiful. So I thought I would try that too. So I'm going to create my look with this same palette. Now, I was saying before, you typically don't want to put shimmers in the crease. At least that's the rule my daughter shared with me. So I have tried to follow that, but now that I'm doing this particular look, it doesn't matter. All that goes out the window. Goes out the window so I can create the look that I'm looking for. And it didn't take a long time. It didn't take a long time at all. I think it might have taken me about 30 minutes to create this look, even while I was talking to you all. So you can see that makeup doesn't have to take a long time. It really, really doesn't. And like I said, initially when you're trying things out, you might be indecisive and trying to figure out this or that and the other thing. But like I said, I just try different things, and if one thing works, great. If it doesn't work, I'll just try another approach. So I'm just putting some concealer on my lids so that the color that I'm going to put on will show well. Because sometimes colors don't always pop on darker skin. So for them to pop, one of the tricks, or just to make it more vibrant, you spray them with the your primer spray, or you put concealer on as I have done to make them more vibrant. So I'm going to now pack this Dynasty. Oh yeah, I grabbed the right color. This Dynasty color onto my lid, onto the outside of the lid. And again, if you're watching from the background, in the background, you're not coming forward. I thank you for joining me, and I would ask if you could follow me by tapping on the buttons, the 3 buttons on top, and hitting the follow button, and also be notified when I am on live. And I also mentioned there's an alert. It's a message alert that I can send you a quick alert to let you know that I'm coming on live, so that you know when I'm on. Because I have some friends that told me that they thought I was off Facebook because they couldn't find my live, or they didn't see me pop on. So I had to do something so they knew when I was on, so they could find me. Hold on, I got something on my eyelid, on my eyelash. There we go. Whatever that is. It might be residue from my the falsies that I wore yesterday. You know, falsies just really amplify a look. Like even right now, I'm going to clean this up, so just trust the process. Even when you start and you're doing something for the first time you're not too familiar with, even when you start and you think, oh, this doesn't look good, just finish the process. Go through all your steps, because in the middle of it all, you don't think it's coming together. But when you're done, oh my, you're going to see the amazing, phenomenal transformation of the look. So I have also pinned my website to this post, to the comments, and I have another easier access. So if anybody wants to save it and it's easier to get to, let me type it here. It's actually a Bitly web page. So I'm going to also post this here so you know what it is, because I wanted to shorten the title, because I know sometimes titles can become very, very mundane and long, and pretty lengthy, and it's ridiculous. You don't need it that long. So I have gained knowledge through my work, my job as a teacher. I did a training session where they were talking about how to actually shorten your website pages or your web pages and the links that you share. And they showed me how to do that. So I was able to use that training and even make this opportunity better, so that I can shorten the web link to my page. So in doing so, it is bit.ly/notjustdivinity. And so I hope I'm saying that. I hope I got that right. I'm going to post it here, and somebody can see if they can click on it and see if it works. And you can always come right back to this site, to this broadcast. Let me see. I'm trying to pin it. I don't know. Okay, I was going to say, I'm not sure it's going to let me pin 2 pages, but I pinned both. I pinned Not Just Divinity through Bitly, and also have the other one, which is my party page, also pinned. So either one of those will get you to me. I hope I got the one divinity right because this is the first time I actually shared it openly like this. So that I hope it does work with no problems. So let me go ahead and clean this brush again. I'm using this little doohickey that I made for myself. And it was just right on time. The Dollar Tree had these canisters that have these lids. And then I took one of those sponges that are kind of pretty rugged or rough that you put your soap on. And I just kind of traced it around the bottom of this container. And then I set it in here. And that's what I use. Because what happens is when you clean up your brushes, all of the residue falls down into this can. Right? And then you just take that and dump it out. And, you know, every now and then you can wipe it out with a dry rag or something and then sanitize it. And then, of course, you got to clean this out. So I tend to use my facial cleanser to sanitize this as well. Because, of course, I'm using it on my face, so why not use it to clean the transitioner, right? So this is, I call it the shadow transitioner. That's the first time I said that word, too. So I'm going in with Luxor now. This is the silver, more silver color. Now, if you notice, I did not put concealer on the inside of the eyes, and now I'm going to put Luxor in. So this, because of silver, I'm hoping and believing that it will show, even without me coating it beforehand. And I'm going just where the other color stops, and then I can blend them together. Kind of make it like an ombre-ish look. So, like I can do my right eye with the other eye closed, but I can't do I find it very difficult to get my right eye open when I'm trying to do my left eye. So that's why I'm kind of like closing my eyes. But what do you know no good? Tell me, who's out there is a hopeless romantic? We're talking about how husbands and significant others romance us and us being romantics. I know I'm a hopeless romantic. Like I said, I'm the one that's usually doing things. But he showed up last night. And so tell me, are you a hopeless romantic? If you are a hopeless romantic, please drop a heart in the comments. Drop a heart in the comments. If you'd like to do romantic things, put a heart in the comments. Put 2 hearts in the comments for that matter. I know it's weird. It's strange to know that some people don't care for all those details. And then other people like die for that, you know. And it's funny because a lot of times you have people that get matched up that when you have that they don't care about it. And then you got people that want it and then don't have someone to do that for them. And then you got people that don't like it and then people are doing this kind of stuff for them. It's like, if only I had that, you know? So isn't this a beautiful color? It's beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. And so now I'm going to take my number 7 blender brush and I'm just going to go across, kind of blend those colors in, and I'm going out to the outside also circling because I want to blend that in the corner a little bit better and smooth it out a little bit more than it was. And then again here in the center, that's where the 2 colors met, and then I'm just going to fan it out and then get it in the corner a little bit more as well. Kind of fan that baby out, spread it out. Like I said, this is a wonderful blender brush. You see a lot of the silver in the inside and a little bit more purplish on the outside, more darker purple. I love it, love it, love it. So if you do your eyes and you get some fallout, there's a trick to that. You can always put the concealer on first and put some powder on it, and then all that will be caught on the powder, and you can just brush the powder off. I will have to do a tutorial on that for you. I'm just kind of giving you a quick rundown. But then the other thing you can do is just take your concealer brush like I'm doing right now and just simply swipe across where you're trying to clean up or cover. That way it's not giving you like a black eye look. You don't want that. You definitely don't want that. I'm kind of, starting to really, really appreciate this hairdo. I wanted more tighter curls. I know I mentioned that before. So not that there was anything wrong with the look. Just I was just looking for the style that I had last year, and then I just happened to buy the wrong hair. So that was on me. So in either case, I'm really digging this hair. Even though I was wearing the braids and I feel really uneasy and relaxed, I just feel more of myself, I think, in this look. In this look and in even a little longer look, but kind of like wavy. I just feel more of myself in that particular style. I even toyed around with the idea of just going back to my natural hair. Going back to the relaxed hair which is like a perm to relax all the curls, all my natural curls. And it's been almost 3 years, if not almost 4 years that I've been doing this. So yeah, about almost 4 years or so that I've been, is it 4 years, 3 years, 3 years, 4 years that I've been doing this. So it's really just a matter of comfort and convenience. But I know once I start school again, I'll probably, like, that's why I got the hair, to kind of get back into that mode. So I usually have some kind of hairstyle, not usually my own hair. I haven't had my own hair since when I first started working as a teacher, which was, I'm going into my 12th year, so 11 or so years ago. So let's take this brush. This is a foundation brush that I use for concealer because I like the way it's angled. And it kind of reminds me of the other brush that I just used. Oh, wait a minute. I have not put on my foundation. I like to put on my foundation first before I put on my concealer under my eye. So, and I'll show you why I do that. So let me get my sponge right here and do my foundation. Now I use foundation and I use my blended full sponge, which is a wonderful way to apply your foundation, especially with ours. There's a trick to the trade, because you take this sponge, you twist it kind of like almost like a full turn, maybe half a turn, and then you dab at your skin just like this. And I'm going to show you, literally, you can already see the difference in the coverage between here and here. You see how my skin looks a little blotchy on this side, and over here it looks more uniform, right? Well, that's the whole idea. When you use the sponge, you can get more full coverage. When you use a brush, you're going to get medium to light coverage. But if that's what you like, if you like medium to light coverage, if you like full coverage, then you use a sponge, and a sponge will really give you that full coverage you need. But be careful. Like I said, be careful, because with this foundation, you do not have to use a lot. You saw that I did a quarter turn, or maybe almost a 3/4 turn, half turn. And now I'm going to go smooth this over to the other side. I'm not even going to take any more foundation yet from the container. I'm just going to take that, whatever I have left on my sponge and on my face, I'm just going to move it over in the same way that I did it the first time. And I started with the concealer, so I have some concealer that I need to conceal with my foundation. So I'm going to take that and just press, and then I can start swiping. So nobody out there is a romantic, because nobody put any hearts in the comments. You got to be kidding me. So I'm going to have to drop a heart, because somebody's lying. Somebody don't want to be told. Don't want to tell on themselves. I'm just kidding. But yes, I am. I like the flowers. But don't give me flowers just on special occasions. I like to be surprised. From time to time, that's, what I told my husband, because it's almost expected. So do something outside of that norm, and it'll really, really surprise me when it's not my birthday, when it's not Mother's Day. That's when I think, to me, when it makes more impact, when you least expect it, when you least expect it. I gotta brush out my brows. So now I'm just coming over to the other side of my face. Like I said, I didn't apply any more to the sponge. I'm just spreading what I have on my face around to the other side of my face. And then I can do the twist, bump and twist. So you see how well these colors just show up. It's so beautiful. It's really, really pretty. I like the colors, and I'm liking that I can layer them together with two different colors to give another look, another appeal. So let's say. So now we can go ahead and do that, what I was going to do before with the concealer. And then I'm going to put some color under my eye after that as well. So I'm going to come around here. I'm going to draw it down. Draw it down, draw it down. Go to the other side. So I'm pressing and I'm just spreading. So under the eye, I'm going to just get a little closer. I'm just going to kind of brush across. And so what did you have to say or share today? Tell me something about yourself today. What did you do today that was exciting, different, or something that you're planning on doing tomorrow and sometime this week or next week? Tell me a little bit about what you have going on. Oh, there we go. Somebody dropped a heart finally. All right. So there's more of my romantics. Wonderful. Thank you for sharing. I knew I wasn't the only one out there. I knew there had to be more. I can't be the only hopeless romantic around here. But anyhow, so thank you for sharing. So tell me something. What is your ideal of a romantic evening? What is something that is really, really your ideal romantic evening? How does that look to you? What would that look like? Because who never know? Might be somebody watching that needs to know this information. And you can tell them, they can know right away. How can they serve you? So I'm going to take another color that I normally, actually the color I use on my brows. I'm going to take that brown color right here with this other brush. This is brush number, I forget, 20? Yeah, brush number 20. And I'm just going to tap some of the excess color off. And I'm just going to go under the lid. So it doesn't look what's the word? So, I don't know, it looks like it's missing something, like it's missing color under the eye. So I'm dabbing that there. So the under my eye doesn't look so washed out, right? So I'm just putting a little bit of color. That's something, a new technique that I've also recently started to do, because I wouldn't always do that. I would always just either put eyeliner underneath, which is fine. That's another way to do that. And you can smudge it to make it give that appearance. Or you can use color like I'm doing right now. So give it that smudge look. And then we're gonna go in with some highlighting. And this, of course, these other colors I took out and I put them in that 18 well palette that I mentioned before. And so again, what is your ideal, and fix the brows, what is your ideal romantic evening? What is your ideal of your most romantic experience? What would that look like? Whether you already had happen to you, whether you're still waiting for that to happen to you, what would it look like? Share with us. Or share it with me. Okay, I'm missing that brush again. Okay, I feel like I need to do a little bit here. So look a little more even with the other side. I'm gonna leave it alone. All right, so I have that on. So typically, you want to go back underneath after you've done your concealer, and then you can put on let's put on some blush. And I'm accustomed to using number one, Alive. This is my favorite blush of all time. This is actually the very first product I bought from my Balcom. Not this one, but I had another one like it, and I used that baby till it was no more. Matter of fact, it's right here. And I just recently switched it out because I was determined to use every little bit out of here. And how long did it last me? Almost 3 years, because I became a beauty guide as of August 2nd, this next month. I would have been a beauty guide for 2 years, but I had this a year before I became a beauty guide. So that one was almost 3 years old by the time I got this new one. So we're gonna tap some of the excess off. You see, it's quite a bit there, right? But it doesn't show up that great because I'm not really trying to apply a lot. Just want to show a little bit of color on the cheeks, and voila. So, and there's also a thing called contouring. I don't always contour. Every now and then I will contour, but I don't always contour. So now, and you see a lot of these colors have been used. Some have been used for eyeshadows. Some of them even been used for lip colors, because there's no limit to what you can do with what you have. Use it for what you wanted to use it for. Now, one thing I didn't do is do any eyeliner. So I could go ahead and put eyelashes right on top of this look and call it a day as far as finishing up with the lips, or I can do eyeliner. But as it looks right now, I could just do mascara and I'll be content, right? You don't always have to put on eyeliner. So I'm going to put on my mascara. This is a perfect mascara, which is phenomenal. It's got fiber and gel all in one. So the fibers is to extend your lashes. And you see that? What didn't look like lashes before, now you can see my actual lashes. And mind you, I don't have a whole lot of length to my lashes either, but you can see them, right? And then on the bottom, forget it. Forget the bottom, but I do put them on anyway. And then we get to the other side. So like I said, you have to trust the process. You have to trust that what you're doing is going to work out. And when you're done and the full face is on, you're going to see the great transformation. Look at that. You're going to see the great transformation overall. And I am always, always, always amazed at what I look like after I put on my full face of makeup. I said no eyeliner, just this, and I'm not even going to put on eyeliner or lashes. But I am going to put a little bit of highlight on, and I'm trying to think, which color should I use? I'm going to go with, did I use Shooting Star the other day? I used Shooting Star the other day. I don't always use LED. I want to use LED tonight. LED is this one. It's kind of iridescent. You can't even see it, but it's kind of iridescent. The white color right there. It's like it has a lot of like bluish, pinkish sparkles. So I'm going to put some right down the center of my nose, bring it out a little bit, and then on the tip of my nose, on my Cupid's bow, and on my chin. I can rub all the rest of this on here. And then of course we like to put some across our cheekbone. So that one little application did a lot. That one little dab that I did a lot for my highlighting. So depending on where you're going, what you're trying to do, you know, hey, different highlights for different things. So look at that. Look how that just gives the extra luster to the face, to the look. And I'm just kind of dabbing it, rubbing it in there. You can also put it on your temple. And I don't know how much I have left on my finger, but I thought I used a lot of what I had, that's for sure. So there it is. Look at that. Just give the face a little bit of more shine, a little more oomph, if you will. And let's see, lip color. So because I have more of a darkened eye color, I don't want to overpower it with another dark color lip color, right? Lipstick. So I either am going to go more neutral or just a gloss. So right now, I'm trying to see, what do I use? What should I wear? Ooh, I have the perfect one. I have Plum Luck. Let me get Plum Luck. Plum Luck is one of our lipsticks. Say, candlelight dinner at home or restaurant, beach. Ooh, beach. If on the beach, dinner, holding hands, being together, then a nice walk down the beach. If a restaurant, I guess movies and dinner, or vice versa. Yeah. I like that too. And I like, you know, well, I know playing games may not necessarily be romantic, like when you first think about it, but you're communicating, you're spending that time together, getting to know each other, right? So there's different games you can play. So I like that too. So thank you for sharing, Kimberly. You are amazing. And so this is Plum Luck, and it looks purplish, but it's really, really sheer. So did I put anything on my lip? Oh, I have lip gloss on my lips from chapstick, rather, not lip gloss, chapstick. And I put it on about an hour ago, but still, so I have some remnants of that on my lips, but that's not going to interfere with this. So, like I said, this is a very sheer, like a wine color. See that? Very light. And it's just creamy, wonderful creamy goodness. Not sticky at all or anything like that. It's not over creamed. Just the right amount of creaminess. And then lastly, the last step we want to do is apply our finishing spray, or you can do powder. Now, the reason why, hold on, I did not blend like I said I would with the blush and the concealer that I put on. Just dabbing, just to kind of blend that in, all right? Nothing major, just a little bit of blending, just to feel like it's complete. I always forget the finishing spray, but what some people like to do as well is they like to put, what we recommend is putting on a little bit of powder under the, especially like me, I use concealer under my eyes, and that's to give a highlighting effect to my look, right? So, and to brighten up the face. So I tend to use, every now and then I'll use this translucent powder. It's a white finely milled powder. You can wear it with makeup, without makeup. If you have a tendency to have a very shiny look, an appearance to your look, your face, then you can always use, I'm looking for the brush, hold on. Can always use that, here it is. Oh, almost dropped the brush. You use it to dull down the look, and that's what I do with it a lot of times. But the main reason I also use it is is to reduce the appearance of these dips, which they're not showing up too well because I'm finally getting hydrated like I should be. So, but definitely to set the concealer, you put that on your top of the concealer to set the concealer in place. So I'm just gonna do a little bit and then just dab around because you wanna cut some of that oiliness and the shininess from your face, so you can do that then as well. The other area that you could do a little highlighting is right on the corners of the brow, like midsection to the corners of the brow. I didn't do that today because I don't really feel like doing that today, but you could definitely take in that same color that I used on my nose and my cupid's bow and my chin. I can use it right here at the corners of my eye, under the brow, and that would also amplify the look. So, hey Paula, how are you? Welcome, young lady. So we're done. This is the look. I don't even know how much time I spent. Let me see. 44 minutes, and I was talking about something else in the beginning. So if you're just coming on, you're catching this at this point, then you are a replay watcher. So when you go back, watch the beginning, you hear more about the celebration piece that I talked about, and you can participate in the questions that I have asked, and you can share from your perspective as well. And I greatly appreciate you coming on and stopping by to see me. But let's finish off with the 16-hour whole finishing spray. This spray will hold your makeup all day long. I know yesterday it was perfect timing. Like I said, the whole situation with my husband, it was perfect timing that I had just done my face. We went and did what we did. I had a chance to take a picture with him. I took a picture before him, with him and by myself to show the makeup, right? And it was just right on time. It was right on time. So we do the X and we do a T to finish the look. And you can do more than one time spray of the X and the T. I just choose to do it just once because I really don't feel the need to do more. And not only that, the look really lasts the whole day. Mind you, says 16 hours. And how much time do we spend, like, for example, like myself as a teacher, I go to work at 7:40 or by before 7:40, and I usually leave my building about 5, 6, 7 o'clock sometimes. So that's almost 12 hours, right? And then you're up for another 4 or so because you're home, you're doing things with the family. And then when you finally go to clean your face, unless you're one of those people that come in right away and you dress down and you clean your face and you just get ready for the evening right when you walk in the door, then you're different than me because it takes me a minute. It takes me a minute to get settled down. I come in, and if the food is ready, I'm going to eat. And if I have calls to make, a live to do, something like that, then I'm doing those things. And then at the end, I do everything first, and then at the end, I'll go and I'll dress down, take a shower if I need to take a shower. If I feel like I need to take a shower, and clean my face, cleanse my face and everything, and prepare my skin for the next day. And that's what's also important. None of this could be possible without the proper skincare. So you have to make sure that you're doing a good skincare routine every day, every morning and night, to make sure that you continue to maintain that beautiful face of yours. And if you're not doing that, you need to start investing in yourself, because this is the only face you have. You're only getting older, unfortunately. We can still look. We don't have to look 50 just because we're 50, like I am. So I'm playing with the light. Just because I am 50, I don't have to look 50. So in my makeup and this hairstyle right now, I probably would look closer to 50 than I look any other day. But the point is, we have to take care of ourselves, and nothing's wrong with starting earlier than later. All right. So thank you for watching. Thank you for being here. As always, know your worth, my friends. Feel your worth and embrace your worth. Anytime you have any questions about what that means, what that may look like for you, if you don't feel you have any worth, talk to me and we'll go down a list of things that you will identify for yourself of how you are worthy and you have worth and value. So contact me if you need to talk, or you just want somebody, a listening ear. And I appreciate you so much being here with me tonight. God bless you. Have a wonderful evening. Mwah. Naja out. Good night.